Good day, learners, good day. I welcome and I greet everyone to today's class. Welcome, it is Monday, a new day of a new week, the 13th of July, 2020. Yes, welcome to English Grade 9 Home Language. You are all welcome. Let us quickly take the register. If you are there, can you quickly say hi to me in the chat? Text hi in the chat. Let us see who is with us today. Simply text hi in the chat so we can see who is with us today. Say hi in the chat. Okay, I see a lot of highs in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us. So without a waste of time, I remember last week I did tell you that this week will be the assessment week. So the assessment week has been postponed to next week. Yes, so next week there will be formal assessments, and during the course of the week, I will let you know how those assessments are going to work. But what you should know at the moment is that everything that which you are doing, your term 1 work and your term 2 work, yes, all these revisions that you are doing will be the things that which you would be assessed during the assessment week next week. So be ready, and I would like to ask you that if there is something or if there is a concept that which you do not understand or you need clarity on, please let me know. Just type it right now in the chat, and then during the course of the week I will prepare lessons based on that so that we can help you, so that you can be better prepared for the assessment week in the next coming week. Right. Okay, so I welcome you again to the lesson for today. Welcome. I hope everyone had a very wonderful weekend. And this is a new week, you know, an exciting new week with excitingly new, yes, with new opportunities, you know, yes, new opportunities to learn and things like that. Anyway, let's continue with the lesson. So yes, before we start here, remember the reading process. Do you all know what the reading process is? Text yes or no in the chat. Do you know what the reading process is? If you know, text yes in the chat. If you don't know, text no in the chat, so we can see whether this is something we may need to go through or not. The reading process, do you all know it? Remember, do not confuse it with the process writing method. Remember, we said the process writing method is the one that which you use when you write your transactional text, your essays, your formal letters, your informal letters, and every other type of transactional text. So, okay, I can see that there is a lot of uncertainty about the reading process, but it is okay because in this lesson, I will be showing you how to apply the reading process as well as the steps of the reading process. Okay, so whether you know it or you don't, it's okay, don't worry. You will be knowing and understanding it by the end of the lesson today. Okay, so remember in this lesson we will be reading. Since you will also be assessed on reading next week, it is a good idea so that this week let us practice to read. Okay, let us practice to read to see how you can read, how you can better read, how to read in a way that which will help you to comprehend and to understand what you are reading. It is good that you are able to read, but it is not enough. After reading, you should be able to answer questions based on what you are reading. So that is what reading for comprehension is all about. Okay, it is more than just reading, but it is also about understanding whatever it is that which you are reading, and that if you are asked questions based on it, you can be able to understand. Are we all together on that? Okay, so it is like when you are reading something, let us say maybe your one of your grandparents who's so old they can't see clearly, they ask you to read something for them, or they give you something to read, and then after reading it they ask you what was the article about, what was the document about. Then you should be able to answer them. You should be able to tell your grandmother or your grandfather or whoever who is illiterate what it is that which you were reading and what you got from reading it. Okay, so that is what is all about reading for comprehension. Because if you can read, that's good, but it will be better to comprehend what you read. Otherwise, then we say that there is something short, there is a deficiency. Okay, so yes, being able to read and to comprehend is as important as when you eat. I mean, like when you eat, your body has to digest that food and absorb all those nutrients so that you can be healthy and strong. Okay, so if you read without being able to comprehend, that is like eating that 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 is like eating dairy foods, but your body failing to absorb the calcium to make your bone strong. You see, so that will not really be enough. So that is what reading for comprehension is about. So when we do this activity on reading comprehension, we will be going through the steps of the reading process. There are three of them. So step one is pre-reading. So this is what you do before you start to read. This is the step where you scan the article. Okay, you look for headings, you look for the words which are written in bold, you look for words which are written in italics, you look for words which are underlined, all those things. There is a reason why some words are in bold, others are in italics, others are written in capital letters in a different bigger font. Okay, there is a reason why it is like that. Okay, it is not for decorative purposes, although it does make the layout of the article or the layout of the written text to be more beautiful and attractive to the eye, but it is so much more than that. So this is what reading for comprehension is about. So step one is pre-reading. Okay. Do you remember when we did prefixes and suffixes? What did we say? We said that the prefix pre means before. So pre-reading, it means this is what you do before you read. So this is what you do before you read. So what do you do? With a newspaper article, you will read the headline of the newspaper article and look at the picture. Okay, before you even read what the article is all about, this is what you should be doing first. You read the headline of the newspaper article and then you look at the picture. Okay, then after that, you scan the first paragraph and you answer the following questions. What is this article about? Where did these events happen? When did they happen? Is this article written in paragraphs or columns? So you realize that all these four questions, they will be answered by looking at the headline of the newspaper, as well as looking at the picture, as well as scanning the first paragraph. Okay, let us do that. Let us do that quickly. Okay, so This article was not visible, so I had to cut it. So this is how the article looked like. Okay, so I realized that for some of you, it could be blurry. So what I did was to really deconstruct it. So here is the picture. There is the picture of the article. So remember I said that this pre-reading, you look at the picture. So, okay, when you look at the picture, what do you see? Can someone raise a hand and tell me and tell us what do they see when they look at this picture? Tell us what comes to mind when you look at this picture. Yes, anyone, please raise your hand. You can raise your hand and I will give you a chance to speak so that you tell us what it is that we should see in the picture. You can raise your hand and I'll give you a chance to speak so you can tell us what you see in the picture. What comes to mind when you look at this picture? Okay, there is the caption of the picture. It says, tough times, thousands of people queued from Kerry's Fountain Sports Ground to apply for 200 learnership jobs with the Metro Police in Durban. Photo Puri Devji, Daily News. So yes, as you look at this picture, what is it that which you see? What do you see when you look at the picture? When you look at the picture, what do you see? When you look at the picture, what comes to your mind? Remember, this is something that which will be expected to do next week. So this is why we are doing it today so that you can be better prepared to do it by yourself. Next week, you'll be doing this by yourself. I will not be there to help you because it will be your assessment. Okay, it seems like Tandung Gubane wants to tell us something.
No, sir.
Hello?
Hi, sir.
Yes.
I didn't want to say anything.
Even now you don't want to say something. You just look at the picture and you tell us what you think. That's it.
Oh my God. Um, oh, I don't know what to say.
Okay, when you look at this picture, what comes to mind? Like, what do you think when you look at this picture?
Many people, like many people. I don't know what are they doing, but it looks like
Many people.
it looks like they're in a queue doing something. I don't know what are they
Yes.
doing, and yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Tanda. Thank you. Thank you. So from here, we can see many people who are on a very long queue. And when you look closely, you realize that you won't be able to see where this queue starts, and you also won't be able to see where this queue ends. Do you see that? So you do not see where this queue starts and also where this queue ends. Okay, but you just see it is a long queue. So okay, remember that is what we do with pre-reading. We look at the picture. We also read the caption of that picture, which says thousands of people queued from the Carriage Fountain Sports Ground to apply for 200 learnership jobs with the Metro Police in Durban. Okay, yes. And then what else do we look at? We also look at the headline. Okay, the headline says 200 jobs, thousands apply by Melissa Mongru, September 9, 2009 at 2:12 p.m. Okay, right. So I see in the chat people are talking about the spread of coronavirus and saying that there's no social distancing. Yes, that may be true, but the thing is, this is an article from the year 2009, which was 11 years ago. And during that time, there was no coronavirus and there was no that, okay? So you should remember that when you look at this, just think of it in the context of the article itself. This article, it is not about the coronavirus, because this article is the 2009 article. And how do we know that it's not about coronavirus? You can look at the headline. The headline says 200 jobs, thousands apply. So if you can look at this headline and you can also look at the picture, there is a relationship there. You can see that the reason why there are so many people there, the reason why the queue there is so long, it is because these people, is thousands of them, they are queuing for the 200 jobs that which are offered. And even when you can read the caption, the caption does tell us that it was 2,000 people who queued from Fountain Sports Ground to apply for 200 learnership jobs with the Metro Police in Durban. Okay. So that is what you should remember, that every time when you make your pre-reading, do not bring in your preconceived notions into it. Okay. Just look at everything that which is given to you. Okay. Just look at the headline, read the headline, look at the picture, and make sure that the context of the headline and the context of the picture, they are the same. Okay. The picture will not be in contradictory with the headline of the article. So that is what you should know, and that is what you should remember, especially with next week coming around. Okay, so after here, we read the first paragraph and you answer the questions. Okay, can someone read the first paragraph for us? Here is the first paragraph. Can someone read the first paragraph for us? You simply need to raise your hand and I will give you a chance so you can read the first paragraph for us. Okay, we have Ntando's hand, which is up. Yes, Ntando. Yes, Tando.
um, okay. Thousands of people queued from Fontaine Sports Ground all the way up John Zikali, Sydenham Road in Durban this morning to apply for 200 learnership jobs in the metropolis. With the metropolis.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Tando, from this first paragraph you read, what information did you get so far? Just from that one paragraph.
I got how many learnership jobs are there, and
Okay.
where in Durban, and yeah, how many people queued. They queued from where.
And the reason why they were queuing.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tando. Thank you so much for reading for us. You read so well. You read so excellently. So what we did right now was pre-reading. So you realize that by looking at the headline, by looking at the picture, and also by reading the first paragraph, you can get an idea of what this article will be all about. So in case you are wondering why we do that, it's simply this, okay? By doing this, you are really helping yourself to have a foundation or to have a background to build on, okay? Because the thing is, it is very difficult to learn about something that which you do not know. If right now I come to you and I want to teach you about a transformer, that transformer which is inside the electricity boxes, if then I came here and I want to teach you about the transformer, and you have never heard the word transformer and you do not know what a transformer is, chances are you will not hear anything I'm going to teach you. You will not understand anything because you do not have any background knowledge to build on. Okay, so but then if you can do your pre-reading to get some background knowledge, then you will be in a better position to understand what you are going to read. It is the same as when you are going to watch a movie you don't know. Before you watch a movie, what do? Before you watch a movie on TV, you will press the info button on your remote, and that info button, it will show you what that movie is all about. It will tell you about the plot of that movie, that one, two, three things will happen, and then from there you have an idea that, oh, okay, so it means that Mr. X is a superhero. It means that Dr. Y is a villain. So then you know that this movie is about the war between Mr. X and Dr. Y. So now that you know it, you know that Mr. X is the superhero, and then now you are more interested to know how the movie will go, and then now you are interested to watch the movie. Now you have questions you want that movie to answer for you. Therefore, with that state of mind, chances are you will enjoy the movie and you will understand it more, because you are interested. So with articles, if you just read an article about something you do not know, you just go right into it, chances are that you will be frustrated when you find out that you do not understand. And then chances are you will think that maybe you're stupid, that's why you didn't understand. And no, it has nothing to do with that. It is just that there is something important that which you had to do and you didn't do it, and that is pre-reading. So you realize that by pre-reading, it really does help you. It is like when you are going to a place you do not know, you do not just go there and hope to arrive. No, what do? You open that maps app on your phone, you search the location where you're going, and then you'll see that, okay, now I'm here at home. For me to get there, I need to go this way and that way and that way. Okay, so what that does is that even when you're on your way, when you're walking there or when you're driving there, you will know that on your way to your destination, you should pass a park, you should pass a mall, you should pass a school. Okay, so then you realize that if then you can walk a certain distance, but then you haven't passed a mall or a school or a park, then it means that you are in a wrong way. So it does help to do your pre-reading. So please do it. That is why we are doing this lesson today, so that we can practice doing that. Okay, now that we are done with the pre-reading, then now we do the actual reading. So with the actual reading, you look out for the main ideas in the text as you read. Okay, you don't worry if you do not understand every word you read at first. Okay, so this is when you actually read the whole thing. After that, you may have to read it again. So reread the article and try to work out the meaning of new words from the context and other cues such as punctuation and pictures. Okay, so when we dealt with synonyms, I think this is something you've learned, that every word means the same because of its context at which it is used. Okay, so if right now, for example, I say I can't bear with you, what does that mean? If I say to you, okay, I just wrote the bear in the chat, BEAR. If I say to you, I can't bear with you, what does it mean? That means that I cannot put up with you. Okay. So you can see from the context of what I'm saying that this bear here, it doesn't mean that big furry animal. No, it doesn't mean that big furry animal, a bear. No, it doesn't mean an animal. But in this context, this bear means me putting up with something, me putting up with you. So this is other things that which you should be looking at, especially since with an assessment, especially with tests and exams, since you are not allowed to use a dictionary or a thesaurus or even your phone to search for answers, then this is a very valuable skill for you to be able to interpret a word in the context in which that word has been used. Okay, so this is reading. So with reading, we actually read, and I'm going to ask you to read this article for me. We had Tando read paragraph 1 for us. Can we have another person? Can we have anyone to read paragraph 2 for us? You can raise your hand and I'll give you a chance to read. Anyone to read for us? Simply raise your hand. Anyone to read for us? Okay, we have a hand from Luco. Yes, Luco, you can unmute yourself and read paragraph 2 for us. Luco? Luco, are you there? Luco, are you there? Okay, it seems like I'm having a problem with
I said
Luco. Can you
food.
please check your headsets? So who's talking now? Luco, is that you?
Hello, sir.
Yes, can you read for us paragraph 2?
The job seekers. The majority of them in their early 20s carried umbrellas, blankets, CVs, and jackets as they traveled from Ver, Lam, Kwatemba, Tongat, Inada, Umlazi, and other parts of the eThekwini municipality.
Thank you so much, Connie. Thank you so much for reading for us. Can you have another hand to read paragraph 3? Paragraph 3. Okay, we have Tando again. Seems like Tando loves reading.
Yes, I do.
Yes, can you read paragraph 3 for us?
Okay. Many were standing in the queue before midnight. Metro police struggled to control the crowd with people walking in the streets and obstructing traffic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tando. Another hand for the next paragraph, which is paragraph 4. Okay, we have Cleo to read paragraph 4 for us.
Good day, sir. Can't see paragraph 4. It's only showing paragraph 8 to paragraph 10.
Okay, sorry, let's go back. Yes, Cleo, you may go ahead. This paragraph 4.
We were expecting a large crowd of applicants and had planned for this event to avoid any chaos, said Joyce Kuzwayo, spokeswoman for Metro Police.
Thank you, Cleo. Thank you so much. Wow, you learners really read so well. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. You really are good readers. I'm so confident in you. Wow. Thank you. Paragraph 5. Who can read it for us? Seems like I don't have much hands. So if you have read before and you want to read again, it's fine. Yes, Tando, paragraph 5.
Okay. The application procedure started today and will continue until Friday, with people between the ages of 18 and 30 allowed to apply.
Thank you, Tando. Thank you so much. Then paragraph 6, we'll give it to Cleo.
We expect to process all the applications by the end of this month and thereafter start the selection procedure based on IQ tests and physical fitness tests, she said.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Another hand for paragraph 7. Okay, I see the very same hands here. Where is everyone? Okay, Tando, paragraph 7 for us.
The interview will then commence and the successful candidates will undergo full training to become Metro Police officers.
Thank you, Tando. Thank you. I'm so proud of you, the way you all are reading. You are reading so well. You are reading so well. You are so proficient. It's almost like you are not reading, you are speaking. Thank you. Wow. I'm so proud of you. Please keep it up. Okay, for paragraph 8, we'll give it to Cleo.
Kuzaya said the trainees would be tested on their knowledge of the Road, Traffic Act and criminal law and procedures. The learnerships are being offered to train people in time for the 2010 World Cup. A fight broke out this morning as some tried to jump the queue.
Thank you, Cleo. Thank you so much. So we still have paragraph 9 and 10. I'm looking for 2 people to read it for us. One person paragraph 9, the other paragraph 10. Okay, let's give Tando paragraph 9.
The first people at the head of the queue, brother and sister Simpiwe Simango, 21, and Bongekile Ngubane, 23, arrived at Curry's Fontaine at 4 p.m. yesterday. Nsimango said he wanted to join the Metro Police because he wanted to fight crime. Ngubane said, "There is an increase in crime and no one is doing anything about it." She said they were soaking wet because it had rained during the night and they had not eaten since yesterday. Nontle Sabela, 21, from Amanzimtoti was in the queue at midnight. She heard about the vacancies from a friend. "I am unemployed and was attracted by the job because of medical aid and provident fund benefits," she said. She said she was told to fill in a room today and Metro Police would call her for a physical test if she was successful.
Thank you, Tando. So the last paragraph will give it to Cleo. It's the only hand which is up.
Vumani Sibia, 23, from Adam's Mission, who tried to entertain those around him with jokes, said he wanted to be a cop so that he could make sure people obey the rules of the road. "I have a job and I'm looking for something better," he said. Sibia joined the queue at 2 a.m. and came prepared with his blanket.
Thank you all for reading. Thank you all for reading. So reading was step 2 of the reading process. Now we go to the last step, which is called post-reading. And this is what you will meet next week, that with post-reading, that is when you answer the questions about the newspaper article or the questions about whatever article that which you have been reading. And this is the most important thing, okay? This is the most important thing. So let us go answer the questions. So there is the first question. Why did the journalist write this article? Please raise your hand so that you can answer the questions, because we do not have much time. If we text you, we will run out of time. Okay. Or Cleo, send this up. Yes, Cleo, why did the journalist write this article? Okay, I lost Cleo. So anyone to answer the first question for us? Why did the journalist write this article? Why? Did the journalist write this article because he was bored? Or maybe didn't know what to do? Maybe he was forced to write it. Maybe they put a gun on his head, say, hey, write this article or else, you know? So I don't know, you tell me, why did the journalist write this article? I mean, you did read the article, you know what the article is about. The article is about people. Okay, it is about thousands of people who were queuing at the Carey Sports Ground in Durban, and they were queuing there to apply for the 200 learnership jobs. Okay, we did read that. So the question now is, why did the journalist write this article? What is the reason for the journalist to write this article? Was it maybe because in this newspaper there was still space for one more article, and then he wrote it quick so that they can include it? I don't think so. So what could be the reason why this article was written? Anyone raise your hand so you can answer this for us? Remember, if this was in your assessment and you do not answer it, you are gonna get a cross for this one. You are not gonna get any marks for it. Okay, in the chat we have Khoni saying to raise awareness that South Africans are in need of jobs. Wow, that is a very interesting answer. I didn't have that in mind, but that's very interesting. Thank you, Khoni. That is a very interesting answer. You know, that is a very interesting answer to really think that it could be, you know, to raise awareness that South Africans are in need of jobs. You are right, you know, although that is not explicitly revealed, but then if you can read between the lines, that is what you can see there, that, you know, there are only 200 learnership jobs available, but more than 2,000 people were on the queuing for those 200 jobs. Okay, so you can tell that less than 10% of the people who are queuing there will get the job. So yeah, that is the sad thing about it. It shows the sad reality that really South Africans are in need of jobs. Okay, and another thing is that the journalist wrote this article to tell us what happened in Durban when people were queuing there to apply for the learnership jobs. That is also correct. It tells us what happened. Okay, now we know what happened. We know what happened because of this article. Number two, who is the target audience? So who is the people that this article is written for? Who did the journalist have in mind when they wrote this article? So okay, from here we can see that the target market of this article is everyone. So the target audience of this article is for those who are unemployed. We can say, you know, to really tell them about some opportunities that which were presented at this Curry's Sports Ground in Durban. Yes. Number three, the purpose of this article is to, let's see the options. Number explain about the increasing crime. No. To tell people about long queues, not necessarily. To inform people of the learnership jobs that were offered. Yes, this is why this article was written, to inform people of the learnership jobs that were offered. Okay, now we know about these learnership jobs after reading this article. Number four, what do you conclude from the statement below? I have a job and I'm looking for something better, he said. So from this statement, we can say that whoever said it is someone who is working, they have a job, but chances are they're not earning as much as they want. Okay, they're not really earning as much as they would have liked. It is that thing of really working. It is that thing of working because you do not want to be unemployed. You just think to yourself that, you know, at least I'm earning something than to just be sitting at home doing nothing, earning nothing, because no one will just give you money just like that, especially as an adult. As an adult, no one can just give you money like that. You as a child, your parents, they do give you money because you are their child. You still are dependent on them, and it is your basic human right for your parents to really take care of you. Okay, but by the time you're an adult, then you really can't look at your parents to take care of you, and that is why this person really works at a low-paying job, and even as he's working there, he's still having their eyes out for more and better job opportunities. Okay, Tando also says is Tando and Koni, they're saying is because they are not happy in their workplace. Yes, that is true. This person may not be happy, but chances are that this person is not happy because of the amount of money that which they are earning. Okay. Okay, so yes, that is what happened. Yes, like Luco said, it is because they do not earn enough money to pay for, to pay, okay, do not have enough money to have what they want, yes. Yes, because chances are maybe this person wants to live in a big house, but then they can't afford such a house because of the amount of money that they earn at work. It is not really so much so that to be able to live in a big house. Okay. 5, indicate whether the following statement is true or false. Quote the line from a newspaper article to support your answer. Okay. So Sibia does not have a job. Is that true or false? You'll have to go back to the article. Sibia is somewhere here in paragraph 10. Okay. So Sibia from Adam's Mission, who tried to entertain those around him with jokes, said he wanted to be a cop so that he could make sure people obeyed the rules of the road. I have a job and I'm looking for something better, he said. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that this statement is false. Sibia does have a job. So here it says Sibia does not have a job. That is false. Because from paragraph 10, we read that he's working somewhere. So Sibia has a job. He's working. 6, how does the writer of the newspaper draw the attention of the readers? Our attention was drawn by the boldface of the headline, and the fact that they say 200 jobs, thousands apply. I mean, you are doing math. You realize that for 200 to become 1,000, you have to add 800, and to also think about what is the ratio of 200 to 1,000. I mean, those numbers are so different from each other. The difference between 1,000 and 200 is just too big for you to ignore. Yeah. 7, what is the main idea of paragraph 10? Paragraph 10 is the one we read right now. From that idea, we got the idea that people they went to queue so early in the morning. Some they went at midnight, some at 2 a.m. They didn't even eat. Some went with blankets, So that is how it was. So that is how it was. That is how it was. That is how it was. So you can see that it was very hectic there. It was really very hectic. So paragraph 10 was showing us how hectic it was there. Number 8, the best meaning of the word provident as it is used in the article, in the text, is to make arrangement for the future by what? By saving money. You know that with the provident fund, you save money. It is that money that which you have saved, and when you retire, you will be able to earn something. When you retire, you'll be able to have some money. You won't really have financial struggles, hopefully. Then the last question is number 9. It says, indicate whether the following statement is a fact or opinion. The fight was caused by the people jumping the queue. Okay. The queue here was misspelled. So, but it is a fact, because in one paragraph, yes, in paragraph 8, there it is. A fight broke out this morning as some tried to jump the queue. So, I mean, can you imagine being at a very long queue from so early in the morning, then you've been at the queue at 12 midnight, somebody just wakes up from their home at 9 a.m. and they come to jump the queue? No. So that was very unfair for other people, and then a fight broke out right there because of that. So that is a fact. So yes, that is the end of our lesson. That is what this lesson was all about. It was us about practicing to read, because reading is a very important skill. And even in your assessment, you will be required to read and to answer some questions based on what you have been reading. So thank you so much for being part of our class today. Thank you for your questions, for your comments, for your clarifications. Thank you also for participating, for reading for us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Let us meet again tomorrow, same time, same place. Remember to stay home, stay safe, wash your hands with soap and water, use a hand sanitizer. If you go out, if you're going somewhere, wear a mask and remember social distancing. So from all of us here at STEM Digital School, we say goodbye, take care, and bye-bye.